Hello guys, my name is Dr. Varun and you are watching 30 days 30 most important topic for NEET 2025 biology.
Chalo, let's complete it.
So in this video, we're gonna be discussing about very important topics from the chapter Human Health and Disease. So the topic that we're gonna be taking, that would be the immunity and your drugs. Like drugs is very important because higher chances of question coming from that topic, as well as it is little tough to remember. So here I will try to make you remember the facts. Coming up to the first topic today, that is our immunity. In immunity topic, let's just try to understand certain things. Immunity is what? That our body capacity to fight against the diseases causing organisms, because if the disease will happen, then we will not feel good. Okay, so let's just see that for immunity, our body has two different ways. First of all, it is providing the immunity in the form of naturally, which is there in all the organisms similar. Second one is that which is developed by the encountering the pathogen. So means first is happening free of cost, which since birth it is present, call it innate immunity. So 4 types are given. You have to remember the examples of it. Question straightforward, match the following can come from here. Comes to the second part, that is the acquired immunity, which I'm gonna be discussing. Of course, not everything, but certain factors which might be little confusing to you. So acquired immunity we will see. Now acquired word means what? We will acquire, we will learn this. Okay, we will learn / gain this type of immunity. How we will gain it? Now you remember that sometimes people say that, like, if you want to go on a date with me, then you have to earn it. Like these kind of things people used to say that. So what is that? It is what means you have to do the efforts to get this thing. So here what happened? Your body do the efforts to get the immunity. And how it will do that? It will help with the, it will do what? It will help with the process called as memory cells. So it will earn it through memory of encounter. So in this case, what happened? Actual pathogen is gained access inside the body. The body will fight against it and make the memory cells. How they do it? So for here, 2 different type of responses work. What are these 2 different types of response? One is known as what? Humoral immunity. It is also called as antibody mediated immunity. Antibody mediated immunity. And the second type is the cell mediated immunity. Means here the cells are also working. So cell mediated immunity. So what is body actually doing in this case? Let's try to understand. Ultimately, body is making what? It is fighting the infection which has gained it and keep the memory of it. Okay, so what will happen? Imagine that if this is your infectious particle. For example, this is a infectious particle. Oh, wait, sorry. Yeah. So this is the culprit bacteria. Okay. Now this gained access inside the body. So what happened? Gained access inside body. Now when it goes inside the body, what will happen? Your body will start doing certain responses. So first of all, what will happen? Your lymphocytes, means both the immunity is being given by lymphocytes only. I am just writing it here only, that your humoral immunity is being given by B cells or B lymphocytes and T lymphocytes. So what will happen? As this mediator go inside, both becomes what? Activated. This is also activated. As this gain access, it will also become activated. As it is activated inside this, what this thing will be doing? It is increasing its number. Okay, so I'm just making it like this. So this is present inside the body. So your B cells which are present, what they will do? B lymphocytes will start making what? It start making antibodies. So B cells will be do what? So for example, this is our B cell. Okay, this will do what? It will start making antibodies. So antibodies are being produced. Meanwhile, this antibody, it can't do it alone. So this T lymphocytes make a cell called as T cells, TH cells, which is what? Helper cells. These helper cells help in this process, help to do it. So T lymphocyte is important to make the antibodies. Now what these antibodies will do? These antibodies will go and it will bind with what? It will bind with this antigen. So means this bacteria is what? It is an antigen. So it will go and bind. As it binds to it, now this is what? It acts like what? Police. So I will call these thing as what? Police, which is what? Capturing the antigen. Antigen is what? Your bacteria, bad guy. Okay. As it is being taken like handcuffed by the antibody, what will happen? This will be presented to another type of T cells, which is called as what? TC cells, which is what? Cytotoxic cells. Cytotoxic cells will do what? It will kill them. So these will do what? These cells will go and digest them. So the function of this cell would be what? To digest this whole thing. And as this whole thing will be digested, what will happen? Your bacteria or the antigen which has gained access inside the body will die. So this is what? Phagocytotic work, phagocytosis, and pathogen killed. Here, but what happened? Both of these cells, when they are doing it, they are also making what? Extra copy of antibody. And extra copy of this. Extra copy of memory cells. And these both extra copy act like what? These act like what? They act like what? Memory cells. So once the same thing will come again, the body do not have to go and activate. It's like, same antigen is coming. Body be like, Druk, stop. I know you what you're trying to do. Let's just do it what will. So the memory cells army will come. They increase their number and kill it. That's why initial paragraph is saying that primary response, secondary response. So primary response was what? That first time antigen gaining access inside the body. Secondary response, that memory cells already know that, okay, this is the type of thing which came earlier also. Time for what? Time for, okay. So they will kill it. So this is how it's working. I hope you understand something from here, little bit of it. Moving on, next thing is where a most important question can come. That is, what is immunization, vaccinization, these things which are being produced. So now the question is that the immunity that I have shown you right now, which is based on what? Memory cells. Means these memory cells will make the antibody which will help in killing the things. We understand some story about it. Now, if for example, what is during the corona? During corona time, some people get infected, some don't, but we put what? We put the vaccines into it. So vaccine will do what? It will initiate this process only, because vaccine contains what? They contains either the virus in the smaller quantity or their similar kind of antigen which will cause the disease or activate the immune system. Let's just see that how we are making a person immunity. Okay, so this thing is there. So next thing. So here that is what? That is of two types. What it is? There is active immunity and there is what? There is a passive immunity. Now the active immunity is what? It is being made by the body itself. So means body is providing immunity itself. Okay, one thing understood. What about the passive? Passive means ready-made antibodies are provided, because antibodies are what? See over here, I told you that antibodies will go and act like police. So here we have that what? Antibody, ready-made antibodies are provided to the body, means body is doing nothing itself, they are not making anything. So ready-made antibodies are provided to body. Now there are further of two types. Okay, let's see that. So in active immunity, it is what? It could be naturally or artificially. Same over here. This passive immunity could also be what? It could be natural passive immunity, naturally being provided, or artificially it is being provided. Now, here you have to remember that natural immunity means your body itself is doing the work. Okay, so means body itself forming in all organisms. For example, what? When the infection occur. So if the infection will occur, any kind of infection, my body will make the antibodies against it. Second is artificially. Artificially, like what? When I am injecting little bit inside my body and making my body do this work. When we do that? During vaccines. So the vaccines with children, we give a lot of vaccines to the children for chicken pox, smallpox and all of those things. That is what? That is the artificial way. Artificially, we are putting the agent inside the body which will start the immune response and the memory cell for that. Okay, so artificially what will happen? In artificially we will like weak antigen will be introduced into body to make memory cells. Means whole of the response will keep on happen. Okay, memory cells. So example is what? All the vaccines. So means your vaccinization program is based on this factor, antigen. Let's come the passive immunity. Now the passive immunity is not based on the memory concept. It is based on what? Presence of antibody which will fight. So in this case, what will happen naturally is what? Like, you know that there are a lot of types of antibodies present inside the mother, and they passes through the placenta and goes into the fetus. Okay, so that is the first way of naturally. Means what happened? That naturally everyone will receive it. Example what? That through placenta, antibody IgG, not A. IgG is passed to fetus and it will protect the fetus from lot of infection because IgG will do what? Fight against the infections. Next thing is, one more example is that IgA through colostrum. Colostrum is what? Initially a yellowish thick milk which is being provided, which is rich in the antibodies. Now you understand that why it is said that during the initial days there should be direct breastfeeding. There shouldn't be that no breastfeeding thing. Breastfeeding has to be done, or else IgA antibodies which will protect the fetus or the young, not the fetus anymore, infant, for the like later on, okay, or the during that period. Okay, so this is important. Artificially means we are what? We are injecting the antibodies which are already preformed. So this is our preformed antibodies are provided. So what happened during the snake bite? So if a snake will bite, the venom will go inside. We need to break that venom. So what we do? We put the serum, anti-venom serum, which is being produced inside what? Other organisms by this process, whole vaccination process inside their body. We take out their antibodies, which is made. Okay, so horses is being done. So we have got anti-venom serum. We have anti-tetanus serum. You know now when sometimes what happens? You are hit and by the iron, rust or kind of a thing, what will happen? We used to give what? We used to give the anti-tetanus serum over here. This you have to remember. 4 examples which are given over here directly can be asked that where it is coming from. Okay, this is about the immunity. Let's come on to the drugs. So we are not going very deep inside the drugs like what has been there for the board examination, but for NEET we are targeting into it. So the topic is drugs. So drugs. The first drug that is given in your book, that is what? They are the opioids. So opioids, first of all, remember the diagram. So this is the diagram of the opioids. Okay, now next part about it, that opioids examples in your book, 3 different names are given for it. What are the name? This diagram is of morphine. Morphine is there. We have smack also there, and we have heroin of it. Now remember that the heroin is what? It is smack, and heroin is what? It is semi-synthetic. Means what? It is made up of little natural part and we added certain things. What we have done? We have done the diacetylization. Means we have added the acetyl, 2-acetyl to the morphine. Diacetylization of morphine, we get it. And smack is what? It is the cheaper version of the morphine. Okay, now the next question is, what are the organs which get affected by it? So remember it, there is what? Your GIT and central nervous system is the effector organs. Next thing, from where we get it? We get it from the latex. Latex means what? It is a kind of a substance which will be released from the plant. So plant is what? Poppy plant. From the poppy plant, and that is what? Its scientific name is what? Papaver somniferous. Okay, next thing is how people take it, by snorting, inhaling, or these things are being taken up. Now the next thing is this smack, how it looks like. It is by white, bitter, odorless, crystalline salt. 2 diagrams are given in NCERT. Another plant, how it looks like, that is also being given. So you have to remember it. Next thing comes the second hormone. The second drug. The second drug is what? Your cannabinoids. Now this cannabinoids diagram is obtained for, like, first question same way, that what are their examples? Their different versions are being made, and that is different versions is on the basis of what we are using, whether we are using leaves, we are using the resin of it, flower inflorescence, or how combination we are using. So on that basis, different of this are there, which is given, that is hashish, marijuana, then ganja, bhang, charas. These are few of the examples which are given. Then next is the effector organs. So it affects organs like brain, and later on in the cardiovascular system also its effectors organs present. Next thing is that from where it is obtained? It is obtained from hemp plant. Scientific name to this is what? Cannabis sativum. Okay, next thing is what? How people take it? Normally it is being orally taken, ingested. Okay, so this thing you have to remember about the cannabinoid. Even though people take it as a puff smoking kind of a thing, also certain version of cannabinoids. After that, like next, the one thing that I forget, that this thing is what? It is a depressant. Okay, depressant will do what? It will reduce the CNS activity. Okay, so alertness and all those things won't be there. Okay, then the next thing is the hallucinogens. Third is the hallucinogenics. Now in hallucinogenic, they are giving what? Certain examples. The first is what? Coca alkaloids, which is obtained from what? Which is also called as what? Cocaine. So coca alkaloid cocaines, they are obtained from what? It is obtained from Erythroxum coca. So this plant is there. Other plants which have similar kind of effects, hallucinogenic properties, they are what? They are dhatura. There is what? Belladonna. Dhatura diagram is also given. Okay. Then the next one is belladonna. So this example we have to remember. Then the next thing is that these are hallucinogenic. Then their action would be on what? The action would be on the central nervous system. Okay, so affects what? It affects central nervous system. Give the effect of that everything is okay, calming, soothing. Okay, this thing will be their effect of it. Well, that's all about the drugs, okay, which is given in your NCRT. So at least these facts you should remember. Don't forget it. See the diagrams and everything. Plant diagram is also given to you. So, well, that's all for this video. We have completed this whole important crux of this chapter. Now I want to tell you one thing, that the paper is live. The link would be in this video also. You can get the link on my WhatsApp channel also, that is Biology Simplified English. And meanwhile, we are coming back that if you give that paper, I will give you the proper analysis with the score and the answer key, and that is totally free of cost from my side. That's all for this video. If you like this video, give it a like, share it with your friends, and subscribe if you haven't yet. Well, that's all for this video. Thank you.